work. George graduated from Hammond High in 1934. After graduating from Indiana University, George served as a first lieutenant in the U.S. Army during the war years. George returned to his hometown, became an outstanding educator at Hammond Vocational High School. Those of us who were fortunate enough to have George as a coach, teacher, or friend know what a special person he was. George loved Hammond Tech and its students. He was always willing to talk to and listen to students, instilling in them the traits of always doing and giving of their best. He treated all the same, whether they were a star athlete or a frightened freshman. He was a leader we all looked up to. George was Mr. Tech, the #1 Tiger. Today's honoree exhibits many of these same traits. In leadership, he served as Secretary, Treasurer, President of Local 599 Carpenters Union, as well as 5 years as Recording Secretary on the Board of Directors for the Carpenters Credit Union and Chairman of the Credit Union Supervisory Committee. Giving. Donating 25 years of service to the Griffith Girls Softball League, serving as coach, manager, league treasurer, vice president, and 5 years as president. Spirit. He has always walked many miles with the Hammond Tech float, passing out candy and promoting the spirit of Hammond Tech alumni. He is a guiding force and the leader of the class of 1951 reunion committee, the glue holding this class together. On behalf of my fellow classmates from the class of 1951, I respectfully present to you the 2009 recipient of the George Berrios Spirit Award, Harold Neal.
Thank you very much. How can I ever express the feeling that I have in being chosen to receive the Berrios Spirit Award? I can only say that this is the most humbling award that I've ever been given. To be associated with Coach Berrios is a very great honor for me. In my view, he was the best coach ever. He treated all of his players with class and fairness, whether they were first stringers or a substitute, as I was. He was, for sure, Mr. Tech Tiger. When one begins adulthood, I'm sure they don't say to themselves, what things can I do that will give back to my community? These things just happen, and we are asked to be a part of those things. Of course, we must be willing to assume the task that we have been asked to undertake. And if we didn't carry out the job we were asked to help with, our success or failure will become known. Life seems to be willing to offer us many things to do to help our fellow citizens. Many times it's hard to decide which of these things we can undertake and still not spread ourselves too thin. Sometimes we would rather say no, but we consent and do the best we can. Looking back on my life, what I am most proud of are the things that my children have accomplished through their own efforts. Those being their efforts and grades in school, both high school and college, their athletic events, extracurricular activities, and so forth. Helen and I are proud to have all 4 of our children graduate college. They are now quite successful in their own right. let me introduce them to you. My wife, Helen, of more than 50 years, also a Tech grad of 1951. Our oldest child, Laura Neal Laudenberg, a Purdue grad, and is with the Hammond School City as a signer for children with hearing problems. My son-in-law, Scott Laudenberg, a recently retired fireman with Hammond. Our oldest son, John, also a Purdue grad, who has his own construction business in the Washington, D.C. area, and his fiancée, Lisa. Our youngest son, Tom, lives in Dallas, Texas, with his wife, Patty, and children, Sarah and Kevin. Tom is in upper management with Austin Construction in Dallas and could not be here today. And of course, we continue to mourn our late son, Jim, who is a graduate of Indiana University and then became a construction carpenter. You've been told about the things that I have enjoyed being part of, giving back to other people, kids, and organizations. Certainly there was a lot of enjoyment for me in all of those activities. There also was a lot of other people working with me in order to make those activities successful. We all know that nothing happens by ourselves, and I have thanked these people many times over. My 25 years of coaching in Griffith Girls Softball Summer League was probably the most enjoyable of all my community activities. Coaching is really great. Many girls who are now ladies, of course, still tell me how much they enjoyed those summers playing softball. Many of them have daughters playing now. I was just one hard-working part of the league when we had over 500 girls playing softball. There was also some coaching in Little League and Babe Ruth with my sons. That too was enjoyable. I wish I would have been able to give back more to other organizations that asked, but there's only so much time to give. Finally, I need to give credit to our Tech class of 1951, the reunion committee, for their total commitment to making all of our reunions happen and making them very enjoyable for all who attended. Let me introduce them to you, please. Raise your hands, committee. Please raise your hands. In addition to our committee, and including our committee, I think we have a total of 17 members of the class of 1951 here today. I thank you and your guests for being here today. So let me again thank the Tech Appreciation Society for the recognition sent my way with this award. It means very much to me indeed. Thank you very much. They want you to stand up, Kevin, please.
Harold, on behalf of the Hammond Tech Appreciation Society, it's my pleasure to present to you the George Barriola Spirit Award for School Spirit and Positive Motivation, September 20th, 2009. As with George's way, you go a little bit above and beyond the call of duty, give what's asked and a little bit more, and encourage a whole lot of more people to do what they didn't think they could do without somebody to give them a little guidance and spur them on. Congratulations and thank you.